Hi everybody, welcome to Jake's Showcase. I do videos on Wednesdays. Today it's a really kind of nice early morning. I'm just waking up and having a cup of coffee, and I wanted to talk about technology today and sort of my stance on technology while I'm waking up and starting to feel fresh anyway, starting to feel nice and awake, and how my life has sort of changed recently as I basically I've kind of changed my view on technology. Now some people might think it's a bit ironic that I'm on the internet and I'm on I have a computer thing right now on YouTube, and but basically my approach towards technology is that it's not good for people, and particularly social media and mobile technology. And I was sort of influenced when I was working. I kind of felt this way over the past couple of years, but I met this guy in particular who I was working with, and he was a Mennonite, and basically the Mennonite people are kind of famous for being like really low on technology. And this guy, he was a really good, solid man, and I really liked him. And I asked him a lot of different questions about his life and what did he do and stuff like this. And I was just really impressed, not just with him, but with other people that he knew, that I came into contact with. And I started kind of piecing together, that my thinking that maybe this technology stuff, always being available, always online, the text messaging, and how it sort of has taken over, our society in many respects. And then I had this guy who I really admired, and I didn't exactly know why, and I soon found out that one of the reasons is that they minimize technology. And so I do have a phone. I do have one of the phones, but I don't use it, and I usually try to keep it off, and I try to keep it not available, and I try to keep myself off the computer as much as I can. And I find that it's making me happier, right? And the more distant I get away from it, the more I can see at how many people are, in my opinion, hooked on the technology. Always looking at their phones, always on the computer, and it goes from old people right down to like little kids, and how quickly they get attracted to this. In particular, I think that the mobile technology is not good for people, because the radiation, or the cell signals, or the signals that are coming and going through the airs, are not good for you. I can't really think about how the like basically an invisible sort of connection. I have a feeling it's not good for people, and I don't exactly know why. But when I don't have it, I feel a lot more calm. Right? Like when it's not around me, I don't feel as jittery. And I'm finding too that my connections with people is a lot more authentic, because I'm not worried about my phone ringing, or me getting a message or a text or anything like that, because I don't have a phone, right? And because of that, I'm able to a lot more concentrate on the present moment with who I'm with or what's going on. And that's one of the things that impressed me about this man, and because he was a good, honest, hardworking guy, and all he like, he was always just doing what he was supposed to do, and in that moment, and not distracted by a lot of the outside world and noise. When I go on a computer, it seems like what's happened is that the media is getting increasingly shocking, right? And they're all trying to attract you to click on their article or their video or their whatever it is, their web page, right? By making more and more and more shocking news, and it seems like it's this descending sort of pattern of shock and not good stuff that's happening, and I can't imagine that, you know, people seeing that is healthy. You know, I've talked about, you know, how I find that the news is a bit of a problem, but, you know, just in general, like the media, it's like the starving for attention. It causes a sort of a descending, shocking thing, which desensitizes people further and further, and you have to have more shocking stuff and more shocking stuff and more stuff that's out of, you know, like it, you know, it's not like right now I'm sitting and having a cup of coffee, right? The sun's finally out. It's the beginning of it's kind of the end of winter, and the temperatures are going to go above zero, right? So it's been a long winter, and it's beautiful. It's clear. It's blue, right? Everything's kind of calm and peaceful right now, right? And when you don't have to think about, you know, when you get into the moment, when you get into like the present moment, life's beautiful, right? You know, God made this, right? And when we're on a technology, you know, that's something that man made, right? That's something that has been constructed by, you know, man. But that's not, you know, like you know, that's not what God made, right? That's not how we're made, right? And so I find that by basically disconnecting from, you know, the hyped up technological world, right, and connecting more with the real present moment, and, you know, what's in front of us, you know, I feel a lot more calm, right? I sleep a lot better, right? And I can be more like I can trust my instincts more, right? Like, because a lot of times when you get really, really hyped up in that text world and that message world and the media world, you don't know if the message means this or if it means that, right? Because the words could be taken out of context, right? But when you're talking to somebody, you can see their facial expressions, and you can see, you know, how they're reacting to you, if they're smiling or not, and you can get a much better sense of the message, right? So by being face to face with people, right, you can trust, like, you know, what that conversation's about, right? Whereas when you're on a media, it can be taken lots of different ways, and, you know, out of context for yourself. Like, you can get the wrong message or get, and so I just find that the world of technology has desensitized us and has disconnected us from the real world. And basically, I think that, you know, by getting more and more away from that, you're able to get more and more in tune with yourself, with the world around you, with relationships around you, with the realities around you. And, you know, it's wonderful, right? It's a wonderful feeling when you feel a lot more connected to the world that you're in, or that, you know, I'm in. And so, you know, I know it's kind of ironic, because it's like I do YouTube, and, you know, for a long time I was into the technology. I like doing it and stuff like this. And, you know, I think with doing it this way, you know, it's like you can kind of control it. You can do a video and then that's it. Or you can sort of mediate what you're doing. But on an ongoing day-to-day basis, I find the less screen time, the less phone time, the less availability to the outside digital, you know, radioactive, cell signal world, right? The healthier you are, right? The more in touch and in tune you are, right? And so there you go. Kind of a step back, Luddite. Maybe I'm a bit of a Luddite, if you know what that means. It means a person who's opposed to technology. And, you know, I mean, there's a certain amount that you need to, you know, use it, right? You have to be practical too, right? You know, but, you know, in the big picture, basically a minimization of that is what I'm sort of a proponent for, you know, to as much as you can, right? The fellow that I'm talking about, he had a rotary phone, a rotary dial phone, right? So that, you know, he did have a phone, but rotary dial, right? No cell signals, none of that. And it's easy to like unplug that, right? So you can really disconnect. Anyway, I wanted to at least put this on a film, and you know, I don't know what you think about that, but I think it's sort of, you know, in line with sort of my stance on, you know, being in touch with the natural world, that I find more and more to you know, home true to me. Okay, I hope you like that. Again, my name is Jake Johnston. This is Jake Showcase. I do videos on Wednesdays, sometimes more. Alright, please like the video below, subscribe to the channel up above, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.